Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Welcome to the NFT ART TALK. We're here live daily, Monday through Friday, hanging out with you guys in our community of acceptance and celebration. You can join us here to experience the NFT art scene, understand a little bit about music and the music industry, some news, hot topics, fashion, culture, artists. Honestly, we're diving in and creating every day and networking with awesome people and trying to create a community around that, just simple stuff like that. And so today we're going to be talking about Vasuvian, Zoey Zidewayz, Jiang, Metxmike, really music in the metaverse and what's happening in this space. So make sure to like and subscribe to stay in touch with us down below. That's that little thumbs up button and then the red subscribe. And guess what? Once you push that subscribe, you can also push the bell right next to it so that you get notified whenever we're live, because we're here every day. Also, follow us on Twitter. You can find that, all the handles in our description below. We're always on there. We're responding to DMs, hanging out in spaces, doing our thing. So without further ado, my name is Moshe, aka DJ Fetus, and this is Karthik NFTs in all the places. What's going on, Karthik? How's it going, dude?
It's going good, man. Was in Twitter Spaces late last night and this morning. Pretty cool, just talking about music and art. I actually found myself in a cool space where one of the guys who collected one of my pieces, I think he was in the East, and he was just talking about how he's super into photography, and we started talking about best soundtracks for movies, actually. So I thought that's kind of cool, just to look at movies kind of in that light. But it's pretty cool. He was telling me like MacGyver from back in the day, I think like babysat him or something like that. So
What?
It was kind of a wild story, yeah. I was like, that's cool, man.
Fucking MacGyver babysat him, dude? Like, was
Yeah.
he teaching him, like, ninja skills at a young age? You know what I mean? Like, yo.
Someone made, like, a funny comment. Like, it was, like, assembling, like, I think it's playing basketball or football or something. Like, was assembling all the stuff with, like, materials around him.
Right, dude? Like, escape from the crib taught by MacGyver, dude. Like, all I need is a stuffed animal, you know? A small piece of this zipper from my pillow and one piece of duct tape I stole from my dad earlier today. Like, I could just see my son doing all of this, right? So, now I will win. And like, I was like, dude, all you had to do was like get out of your crib. You'd be there right now. Anyways, that's real tight, dude. Yeah, that's real tight.
So making cool connections online, man.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I was actually yesterday I was really hanging out mostly in the metaverse. I've been like going through some pretty awesome stuff with my family. I was telling Karthik, like, my kid's doing really awesome. He has a bunch of food allergies, so we've been like going through that journey off of camera, and it's been really cool, to be honest, because he's like getting through some awesome steps, which is a big deal. So I've been sidetracked by that, but I did find myself in the metaverse yesterday, which was actually really exciting, because I think we're gonna go live from the metaverse tomorrow, from this gallery.
Yeah, you're talking about that.
Yeah, I'm gonna tweet this out real quick, so anybody that wants to come hang can come hang. And if you are hanging, don't forget, we're paying attention to live chat. If you see us looking down, that's typically what we're doing. So shoot us a question. Let us know how your day's going. Whatevs. We're here for that. But let's go ahead and dive in. Let's dive into what we're doing today on the show. So first, I just wanted to kick it off with this. We are going to be live in the metaverse. So you kind of have two ways to join us tomorrow if you're watching. You can tune into YouTube and see something probably similar to what you're seeing really later in the show. I was going to try to jump in because Metxmike, who we're featuring later in the show today, is kind of helping all of us put this stuff on in Spatial. And so it's all very new and very exciting, but tomorrow being Wednesday at noon, NFT ART TALK is going to be live in the metaverse. Our growing friend of ours, like new friend, Dope Stilo, who we featured on the show before. He's going to have his room popping, and Fallen NFTs is going to be popping off, I think, a poker game, honestly. He's based in UK, so I think he's going to do a poker game, and we actually talked about his NFT yesterday, his project yesterday, so you can watch yesterday's episode, assuming I wasn't on mute. Yes, also sorry for anybody that tuned in yesterday while I was on mute like an idiot. I won't do that again. I'm like looking down right now to make sure. Hey, we're out here, we're hustling, you know, doing our thing. So, but yeah, you can go to thebar.social, which I'm going to give you a little tour of at the end of the show today, and show you how you kind of get around there and log into this thing. But regardless, it's going to be going down tomorrow, and we're excited to share it. You can always catch us here on this YouTube channel, just like we did last week with the concert. So, but with that kind of quick shill out of the way, also link for the bar.social is in the description below under Metxmike on Twitter. We thought we could dive into some artists with you guys. So, Karthik, did you want to talk to us a little bit about Vasuvian?
Vasuvian, yeah. So he's part of House of NFTs, Pound Legata family. They've supported me. Gotten a couple of my pieces, but yeah, he just hit me up. Wants to collaborate on stuff, hopefully in the future, and just love the support between artists. And I wanted to kind of highlight his work. So yeah, I think he has 2 sold out collections already. But yeah, do you want to scroll down just a little bit on the screen real fast?
Yeah, and I know I stay up here always for a minute so people can like get his Twitter handle, but it is down below also. And we have some of his collections open too. So should we look at some of his art, or
that's what I was thinking, is just looking at a couple of his collections.
So he's he's got his stuff all over. And also, just a quick side note too, while this is loading, House of NFTs is a really tight Discord.
Yeah,
it's really cool. Like it's cool people. Yeah, you can push your art, and it's like just cool people. They're like hitting everybody saying good morning, and like, you know, it's just cool to like be parts of these communities. That it's just part of it's about the show, but part of it's just about hanging out with cool people, you know?
Right, yeah. And he's, I think they're doing a space right now, too. So,
tight.
Dual Twitter space, and we're probably coming out on YouTube, kind of showing their stuff.
Yeah,
but yeah, he has...
This is on Rarible. I thought there was some cool stuff on here, for sure.
Yeah, man. You want to click on that North America piece?
Oh, sorry.
This is cool. We can look at this one.
Yeah, I just thought this one was kind of trippy.
Like mandala kind of fractal patterns.
Yeah.
I like the nighttime soothing cricket sound, right?
Yeah, I think it's like that, and I can turn the music off. Yeah, it's like it has like a soothing sound. I thought I heard a heartbeat, but I may have been imagining that, to be honest.
But yeah, I like all those patterns all the time.
I mean, it's just so colorful, and you know, I personally love stuff I can just like zone out to, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like pretty affordable for if you're like just starting collecting too.
Of infinite possibilities in our multiversal lives, and a manifestation of willpower through faith and hope.
Yeah, that is really tight.
Cool message. Just cool artist, cool message, cool delivery of things. I really like all this kind of like space stuff.
How about this one of a kind journey to help evolve your consciousness and connectivity to all positive realms of life and beyond? I mean, yeah, the vibe is real in here. And also, I just have all over multi-platforms, you know, obviously he's knows what he's doing and has been here doing it. I don't know, is there one you want to look at? Because I did look at some. I could.
You can look at a Rebirth.
Okay.
That's cool. Yeah, let's check out Rebirth.
Yeah, I like these ones because I think they have like kind of this hieroglyphic thing vibe going too.
Mm.
And again, 0.10 ETH. All the links are in the description below for anybody that's vibing on this art or wants to connect with Vasuvian. Let me close down some links.
Visuals go great with music. So I really like his work.
Dude, the snap is like tripping me out. Boom. You know, it's like, it is. It's cool. I like the alien, kind of like the alien writing. You know,
Mm-hmm,
I really like this a lot. And I know he's a cool guy who you guys have been like connecting even outside of spaces, right? So
yeah.
it's
So
cool
he's
just
been
to connect with
supporting.
artists, you know.
Yeah, very supportive person.
Yeah, and like the Legata family, this house of NFTs is real tight. If you haven't heard of them, you should definitely check them out. Whether you're an artist, a collector, or just someone looking for a cool community of like-minded creatives, I think they're really cool. I can't wait to participate in their spaces more. I get into the Discord as much as I can. It's really cool. Okay. Yeah, I wanted to let me get some music going again. There we go. Yeah, I wanted to talk about Zoey because Zoey is super tight. We met her in a space that we were hosting. She is a beatboxer / advocate. Her story is really awesome. You should give her a follow and you should meet her to hear her story. No doubt. I think it was just so much fun in this space with her. She would like just throw out these like crazy sounds. Like she'd be like, and that's my story. And then she just like randomly hit me up yesterday and was like, yo, like you've been real cool. I like your vibe. I'm gonna give you one of my NFTs and also I'm gonna give you a 30-minute beatbox lesson. I was like, what, dude? That's so tight, dude. So I'm gonna learn how to beatbox. I've been watching mad beatbox videos on TikTok, like real late night, just wishing I could do that. I think it's a call. I think I've been called to it, Karthik. I don't know, man.
You're gonna be a master of beatbox bass lines.
I mean, I've always wanted to like beatbox and do the bass line at the same time. Like I can hear that in my head, but you know, I mean, it's just these freestyles that she did beatboxing, and they're really tight.
They're nasty,
and it's real tight, and it's real tight that like I have one. I should be playing mine, honestly. But yeah, I want to know how to do that, dude. I just think it's tight. I feel, you know, and I honestly, I really like, I mean, first of all, thank you so much, Zoey, for, you know, believing in what we're doing and hanging out with us and getting this over. And also thank you for, I mean, like, I can't wait to do a beatbox lesson with you. That's going to be so tight. And also I really like the artwork too. It like kind of, I'm like looking at my screen over on the side. It reminds me of like chalk, dude. It's so appropriate for beatboxing. It's real tight, real tight.
Yeah, I love beatboxing. Me and Moshe used to go to a whole bunch of B-Boy City battles.
Yeah.
And they would have dancing, hip hop, freestyling, and then they would also have beatboxing. Kind of fashion tied into it. So when she was in her space doing the beatboxing, it brought me back to a lot of those memories. And it's cool to see that it's still alive in this new realm.
Yeah, for real, dude. And I love it too because like I see a lot of people playing like acoustic guitar and singing in spaces and stuff like that. And it's like, where's the representation of like this other culture that doesn't involve me like putting my phone up to a speaker or getting some special device so I can play the music that I made electronically for everyone, you know? And so I thought it was cool.
Yeah, just live.
Yeah, just live. Cool, man. Let's keep on talking about artists we inspired by
Jenny, I just thought this artwork was real tight. 3D motion artist, based in NYC and Auckland, I think we said. But yeah, I just liked it, colorful. It looks like kind of 4D cinema, maybe some Blender. But yeah, just real good vibes, happy vibes, real colorful, bright colors in all her artwork. I really liked it, and it's video artwork.
Yeah, man. I just want to look at it for a second. Oh, that's tight. I love the nature sounds. I love art coordinated to music, you know? I really, really like that a lot. Yeah, it looks like she's got Claire's in here. New Zealand and New York, cool. Also on Twitter, doing her Twitter thing. Links are in the bio for everything that we play on the screen. You know, before we get to her foundation, one thing, I was scrolling through her links. She has this Twitch channel. We also have the link down below. And it looks like she's just designing her art on it.
On the channel? Oh, okay.
This is my 4th stream, I think. So, yeah.
It's real cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to steal her thunder.
So basically I usually just put in people, as a quick reference to scale if you
It's like, it looks like she's showing you how she's building her NFTs, basically.
Yeah, that's real cool.
Yeah, when I saw this, I was like, man, I would love to like get her on the show to interview her and hear about like what inspired her to do that, because I think that's really tight. I really would love to be able to do the same thing with music. I've actually gotten to like somebody I met, or Humans and I were talking, the guy who created Human, about like how to create music and where to create it and like free programs and where to start and what to like even just the mindset. And that's really cool. Yeah, so Foundation, it looks like, is where she's at. Also within an affordable price range, but it looks like you're gonna have to bid to get it. So, which makes sense because her stuff is real tight. Let's go back. Was there any of these that you had seen already that you? Cosmic Bar?
No, I mean, all of them pretty tight. I was just, yeah, we can check out that Midnight Kiss one.
Yeah, I love the ones with these, like, animated butterflies. They're so tight. I'm saying, it's coordinated. Like, just let me get some of that, dude. I'm gonna start doing, like, this is actually really inspiring to me, to be honest. I would love to be able, you know, more 3D art and then just coordinate soundscapes to it, like in the water. Like we have those sounds. You know what I mean? It's just, yeah.
Oh, I get it, man. It's interesting. I was in this room pitching earlier, and one of these people I connected with from Ohio is creating a lot of fashion items in like Metaverse, and they said like once they heard that I had all these songs, they definitely want to link up. So it's like you said, it's like the music, like combining the music to all this, because you know I think we created music for the people, and this is like a new way like music can be heard, basically.
Yeah, I agree.
But real great artwork.
Yeah.
We definitely, maybe we should reach out to her. Maybe she should come on the show and
I would love
talk
to
to her
do
a little
that.
bit more about it.
Definitely gonna try that. Okay, so I wanted to kind of, before we get into like news, our kind of news highlights, which we'll do kind of in the last 5 minutes of the show, and it all fits together. So the show that we were talking about at the beginning of our show, tomorrow we're going to be streaming this show at noon Central Time, live from the Metaverse. Kind of hooked up through Metxmike. Not kind of, it was hooked up through Metxmike. He's someone that we met as collectors in the Humans crew and has just blown our mind with so many possibilities of really awesome stuff. He's like given us some tips for the show and like how to navigate this, which I still haven't completely taken his advice, but I will. And kind of hooked up this Spatial app. And I know yesterday night I was like up all crazy hours with him talking about an NFT project that he's thinking about dropping that's kind of related to Spatial. And what Spatial is it's essentially a metaverse. It's Oculus enabled. You can connect your MetaMask wallet and like put up NFTs inside of it, and we're streaming music and doing shows, and there's poker games, like I was saying. There's all sorts of stuff going on. It's like a virtual chat room where you walk around with an avatar that has no legs, and there's something called Spatial Sound in it. So when you're close to other people, you can hear them, but if you like go to the other side of the room, you could potentially have a conversation with someone else and not hear the other people in the room talking. So if you had 50 people in the room, you could all be in like, you could be sitting in a booth at the bar while like the band's on stage and just kind of hear the band in the background while you're talking to your friend. It's kind of the vibe. And so basically, Metxmike, whose links are down below, has set it up under this bar, the bar.social. I'm like closing links to hopefully I can do this live on air, show you guys this. It might take a second to load, but essentially you kind of enter this bar that he has set up that has these portals to all these different worlds. So tomorrow we're going to be doing 3 different events at the same time. We're going to have live music in Dope Stilo's bar. NFT ART TALK is going to be streaming live. You don't have to use your camera. If you don't have your face, you can still, and then you can enter whatever name you want at when you log in. So all this is being done by a desktop, right?
You could access it on your phone as well.
Yeah, you can download an app on your phone, and I believe that you can use your tablet. When you come in at first, you kind of see this whole bar, right? And you're using your mouse to get around. And then you see us here, you see DJ Fetus, that's me, and then you can see this portal for my bar. But before you even go into it, you can go through like a tutorial and it'll teach you how to move around. So it teaches you like if you click your mouse, which I'll do in a second, and how to like go side to side, and then you use the up and down arrow keys to move your avatar around. So if you've played any like first player shooter type games, it's pretty easy to like get around from there. It's very similar to that. And then basically you'll see, so it's obviously going very slow because I'm like streaming and moving and running a tutorial, and but you basically just click on the portal and you travel, and then it'll open up the room where we're going to be live streaming. And so ideally we'll have some artists come in, maybe we can talk to them and show some of their art while we're in the show. I know Karthik's gonna have some NFTs up in the room. I have some NFTs up in the room. You know we're gonna be playing some music, doing some chill vibes. We'll probably be hanging out here for like an hour. I'll try to get a link down below too to some other, potentially a link directly to my room. I just wanna make sure that's working, but either way, it's all about just like hanging out in these rooms and talking to each other, doing fun stuff. You'll be able, just like you just saw me transport from one room to the other, you'll be able to do that. You'll be able to go to an art show, a poker game, or hang out with us here live on air, where we can talk. You can come in, we can talk about your artwork, we can pull up your artwork in a shared browser, and or at least try. At minimum, we can get your links below for people to follow after. And we're gonna just be showing off some of our stuff. So tomorrow's gonna be really cool. I you know, you guys saw how easy it was for me just to log in like that, and now I'm like in this room with like my DJ table and all this stuff going on. It's gonna be really fun. I'm very excited.
Yeah, man, cool to see it. I know last week y'all broadcast one show, so it's cool to see that a series is popping up like this now.
Yeah,
we could broadcast it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure. I mean, you know, everything's happening like so quickly, and I'm loving that about it because it's leaving us a lot of space to be creative and do stuff like this. Just invite people in to come experience and tell us about their experience. And but after last week, we really realized like it's probably best for us each to have kind of our own space, invite our friends in, and then bounce from space to space so that like the spaces can support that easier. You can go like listen to music in one room, you can come like talk about NFTs and art in another room, you can like go play like interactive games in another room, you know, and all the rooms having like dope music and dope people in them from all over the world, you know. And it's really, and we think it's accessible, and honestly it sounds like Spatial's on board, and like there's a lot of momentum behind this. And I know Metxmike, who we just links are down, he's like trying to find artists that really want to do this also. So if even cool. Watching this right here sounds interesting to you, you should definitely hit him up, because I know he wants to connect with people that want to do this, and he has so many cool ideas. He's a very, very knowing individual. So yeah, come hang out with us tomorrow. You know, if you have any questions while we're wrapping up in the news, shoot us a chat. We're here to answer those. But I think we'll use the last couple of minutes here to wrap up with some news. I was going to go just talk about this because I think it leads into what Karthik's going to talk about really well. Our homie Mofos, shout out Mofos, MOFOZ on Twitter. He sent this over to us. It's, you know, more rappers, dude. They've started a fund to buy up Metaverse real estate. They're doing it. It's led by Andreessen Horowitz, which is like a massive capital fund. They invested in Coinbase Ventures, NGC, Dragonfly Capital, Hashed, Lightspeed Ventures are more people who are involved. Yeah, I mean, we were just talking about, like, you're really getting a taste of this on every level in this episode. Like, independent artists are breaking into this metaverse space, doing unique programming and things that are unique to them. And, like, larger rappers are also coming in. Like, the entertainers are coming into the metaverse, because I believe a lot of it has to do with the fact that we all grew up in this society of, like, gaming and virtual hanging already. Then the pandemic just popped it off, and like, I mean, we saw that happening in the pandemic, like, you know, like what with Versus, like with what Swiss Beats and Timberland did, you know, and like people just wanted to be entertained in this metaverse space, and we're all like, it's just easier to hang out sometimes in this space when we're in the grind of our days, you know, like.
And you have more self-discovery in it, right? Because you're autonomously walking into different realms, different universes, different artist created experiences. But yeah, you just see like the artist kind of leading a movement like this with this, just to show that hey, they're looking at it. How can they get into it? And they do see that there's e-commerce that's happening in it. You know, that is, I always say as accountants, like another revenue stream that's being created for them.
Well, and like this is, in this article, they're talking about every realm, which looks like it's like a team of people that are basically going to be building it out in 25 metaverse platforms, over 100 developed products and projects, and 3,000 NFTs. So it's like, they're going to go build spots in all of these metaverse platforms. You know, not just like Sandbox or just Decentraland, or
Right.
you know, and from that is going to continue to be birthed these like companies like Spatial, who are like, okay, we have this modeling, we have this connectivity. And I'm sure, as you and I know, someone will come in and gobble up everybody, which is probably why a lot of people are also doing this. They're like, oh, this is young and early. But
Right.
when you see how easy that, like you guys just saw that, we just streamed to y'all on YouTube and like created an avatar and went into 2 different virtual spaces curated with the combination of 8 different artists from all over the world. And because I think that's the other piece to this, is the international touch, right? Like that's what makes what makes the discovery easier for these artists, is it's like we're talking to more people than we've ever talked to.
What's interesting about what you're doing is you're kind of creating a virtual festival environment, right? Except you're incorporating different types of elements in there, which is interesting because, like you said, it's worldwide now.
Yeah.
So the broadcasting of that, coming from a physical realm of putting on big shows like that, you know, you're only limited to that space. But like the extension of what you're creating with that space and where it could go is so much more bigger.
Yeah, I'm really excited to be doing it. And I'm excited to see that like larger people are doing it too, which is just more validating like everything that we're testing and building. Karthik, I know you saw this.
Yeah, so this is a new article kind of came out. It said that Bored Ape NFT DJ duo goes Hollywood with William Morris Talent Agency. So the Bored Ape NFT duo has plans for multiple songs with Dylan Francis and made a music video with the rapper Rich the Kid. So it seems like 2 people that own the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and they're using that as avatars, and they've signed with William Morris, and they're working with Dylan Francis. Dylan Francis is like an electronic DJ, and Rich the Kid is a rapper too. Yeah, Escape Plan, and they call it Escape Plan's the name of the duo. Escape Plan's recent music video for the song Jungle with rapper Rich the Kid featured 88 Bored Ape NFTs. So, you know, I think this is just kind of like Gorillas, bro, except now you just have a bigger e-commerce infrastructure around this. Obviously, you have the community of the Bored Ape Yacht Club, and I think this is also what we were talking about in the last episode. You're seeing these bigger companies getting involved. So William Morris is one of the bigger companies. I was alluding to the fact that, you know, touring and these other things might be a little bit cheaper, and you have the extension of getting more revenue through the metaverse through this. So seeing William Morris dive into this, which is one of the bigger talent agencies out there, shows that they are seeing some kind of validity in the space. And yeah, man, I honestly just think it's a spin of the Gorillas, except now you're just seeing it reiterated in this generation with DJs.
Yeah, and I think it's pretty interesting in here that it mentions Dylan Francis announced that he would be accepting Bored Ape number 378 as partial payment in a deal with Big Night Entertainment, which owns multiple nightclub and manages this
Escape
duo.
Plan. Yeah.
So it's like he took an NFT as payment, you know.
And he was pushing on this. He has this video. He's pushing Solana a little better because it said that you know, the gas fees and all that a little bit less. But I'll also say Solana's pushed by those major industry companies because they bought into that. So, you know, obviously, if Ethereum can get their gas fees down, then, you know, this wouldn't be such an issue. But you do see that, you know, some of these bigger acts are supporting Solana. Hence, like what you're seeing happen in this, right?
Yeah, and we know all about that, right? Like, you know, I mean, and honestly, I think like just like summarizing that easily would just be saying that like, like a lot of these big companies, these labels still own the rights to a lot of those musicians' music. So,
right,
you know, we know what that feels like, and that's why this is so interesting, guys. That's why we wanted to talk about this on today's show, like, and wrap it up with that, because like the metaverse is very, very accessible, you know, and we're going to see more and more big people doing big things and buying out this and that and trying new things and bringing more value to crypto and NFTs. Like, we're seeing that. We keep on talking about that on this show, but also like, you can have your own space. You can come hang out with us in our space, and it's very early, and nobody knows who's going to be leading the charge in this and who's going to come up with the next cool idea. And like Karthik said, even with Ethereum and Solana, and all that matters is like, people from all over the world are using these NFTs, and it's a bigger, that's kind of my closing point. It's way bigger than anybody realizes, and that's the difference. Like, our band is definitely, like, we always believed in our hearts we weren't, like, Karthik and I always believed we weren't playing just to the fans in the room with us, because we did YouTube and other stuff. But now you are not doing that anymore. Like, and like, you can just put yourself into this NFT space or this metaverse space and be playing to people all over the world who love your stuff and are inspired by what you're doing. So if you're a creator and you're tuning in, please don't stop.
And the community will support you, you know? Like, if you keep, that's what I've noticed. Like, if you just keep at it and you want to do the art, there is a community that will support you. They'll support you through all these blockchains, honestly. So that even shows you there's big opportunity happening right now. It's just about, you know, getting in there, testing some of the stuff. We're always going to have a space for all y'all to showcase it, be around it. So we're trying to make that easier for everybody. But yeah, you know, the first step is like setting up your wallet, getting into one of these marketplaces, and then you really understand, like, wow, I could do a lot if with just my imagination and creation. And it's so new. The article just says, like, hey, they're bringing validity to space, and that there's so much opportunity that's occurring right now. So it's important to get involved with it.
Yeah, because even they don't know what to do. No, everybody's figuring it out. So you're either figuring it out together or you're just lost for ideas, is kind of what I've learned in this space. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with us today. Like I said, tomorrow we'll be here at noon Central Time, 10 a.m. Pacific Time, 5 p.m. if you're in the UK. We will be here hanging out in the Metaverse, enjoying our time in there. So thank you for hanging out with us today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Like this video for us, subscribe, hit the notifications bell so you can get notified when we're live. We really appreciate the support. We're trudging through to 50 subscribers. I think we just broke 40. Like we said, once we hit that 50, we'll announce some awesome something for all you guys who have been so loyal OGs with us. Keep in touch, holla. Have a great day.